Hello everyone and welcome to another Power Gaming video. In this video we're going to be talking about one thing, and that is having 3 characters at the max light level worth the grind? Now we're going to break this down into a couple of different categories just to make sure that we cover everything here. And those categories are going to be varying from playability to replayability to the amount of grind that you have to do to get to this level and so on and so forth. So real quick, we're going to start with past DLCs and when Destiny got boring. So, for example, Vanilla Destiny, I grinded like hell when they came out with Vault of Glass so that I can achieve max light level of 30. Now, once I achieved max light of 30, I was done. Like, that was it. I mean, you still had to keep going through the Vault of Glass on hard mode, hoping that you got a Vex Mythoclast, which I never did, and to this day still have not gotten. Not that I'm bitter, I totally am, but whatever. But other than that, like, that was it. You know, you're pretty much done with the game. And then Dark Below comes around. When the Dark Below comes around, you have Crota. Light level increase up to 34. Now, you have something new to do. You know, you have something new to grind. And I grinded the living shit out of Crota. I got to rank 34 on, 32 on all 3 of my characters when the Dark Below came out within about probably a month and a half, something like that. And, again, you know, I got to a point where the only thing that I had left to do in this game was to keep grinding Crota on normal, hoping that I can get a Black Hammer. Black Hammer. And never did to this day. Still have never had a Black Hammer. Not that I'm bitter, totally am, but moving on. Next up, you had the House of Wolves. Now, House of Wolves introduced Etheric Light. So you can play Iron Banner, Trials of Osiris, you can play Prison of Elders. There was a lot of different ways to get the Etheric Light, and you just threw that Etheric Light into anything, and it brought it up to max light. Weapons brought up to 365, armor brought up to light level 34. And again, super easy. Within a month of the House of Wolves coming out, all 3 of my characters were 34. All of their gear. All the gear in my vault. Everything. And I still had some extra Etheric Light laying around that I just had no use for. So Destiny got really stale for me. So when The Taken King came out, with the release of The Taken King, I told myself, you know what, I'm not going to make the same mistakes that I've made the past 3 times. You know, the past 3 times I started something new in this game. I'm not going to grind to try to get that max light level as quickly as possible. I'm going to pace myself. And while all of you earlier this year were getting burnout on Destiny and spewing hate mail at Bungie and quitting Destiny and saying, oh, Division, I'm going to go play the Division. Division's going to be so much better. Fuck you, Bungie. And then now you're back to Bungie because Division sucks. But the point is while all that was going on, like, I had just started doing the raid. So I was happy. You know, I had something to do. I had new stuff to get. And, you know, because I paced myself, I didn't have all that animosity. I didn't have all that boredom. I didn't have all that I'm going to leave Destiny and never play it again, fuck you, you know, mentality. And it was because I paced myself. Now, that is honestly the way that you should do it. Because once you hit that max light level, you have nowhere else to go. Like, that's it. You're at the top of the mountain. The only thing that you can do is look straight down. You cannot look up anymore. And it sucks. Like, that's when you hit that brick wall. Taken King had more replayability for me than House of Wolves did, because House of Wolves, like I said, Etheric Light, super easy to rank up, super easy to hit max light on everything, did not take long, and then once you do that, you plateau, like you max out. And that's what we're dealing with now in the April update. In the April update, it is so easy to hit rank 335 that, honestly, I can't imagine there's very many people out there that don't have at least one character that are max light. Unless you're just like the most hardcore of casuals and you play this game for 18 minutes every 2 weeks. Like, that's about the only way that I can think of that you would not be ranked 335. Because you don't need to do a raid to do it. You don't need to do Nightfalls to do it. You can just go do heroic strikes that have matchmaking, and you can go do Prison of Elders and, like, just exotic Ingrams, man. Just go buy 3 coins from Xur, and you're ranked 335. It's super easy. It's too easy. It's just like House of Wolves. And just like House of Wolves, I'm at that same brick wall where I have all my characters maxed out, and I have nowhere to go from here. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at my Titan here, and I'm going to show you what keeps me playing Destiny at this point in the April update. So, like I said, rank 335. The exotics that I use on my Titan are Helm of Saint, Rune Wings, Immolation Fists, Armamentarium, and Twilight Garrison. Twilight Garrison I have not found at 335 yet. Everything else I have. All of my Titan's gear, except for Twilight Garrison, is 335. Every fucking piece of it. So there's no point for me to keep any gear on this character. So all I have left to do now is maybe instead of this Discipline Strength here, maybe I can find a chest piece, a Spectre Plate, that has Intellect Discipline and I think, yeah, Sniper. So Intellect Discipline and Sniper here, and then this character is perfect for me. I don't have to do anything with his gear anymore. It's perfect. Moving on to weapons, same thing, man. Like, so much of this stuff is, you know, the stuff that I use. Like, over here, all I use is Mida, Suros, and the Touch of Malice. I don't know why this is 334. I wasn't paying attention one day and infused a 334 into it, which was dumb because I wasted a shard, because now I got to infuse a 335 into it to get that extra point. But anyway, all of my main gear here, it's all 335. All the stuff that I actually use pretty frequently, it's all 335. The exceptions here being Telesto and Queenbreakers. I don't use these very often, so they're not a priority. Down here in Heavy, same thing again. I use this, this, and this. And 335 on both of these. These are my two main ones. I use this occasionally, not very often. And Ghost Shells, again, 335 on everything except for this one. So, to get my Ghost Shell, I'm going to go and play Challenge of Elders, and I'm going to go do the raid. You get a Ghost Shell at Totems, or you have a chance of a Ghost Shell at Totems. So, like, that's it. So I gotta find that Ghost Shell. I'm good on class items, I don't gotta worry about that. I'm good on artifact, I don't gotta worry about that. So, pretty much right now, my only motivation to do the Challenge of Elders on this character is at the hopes that I will get a 335 Ghost. Just so that I can get my final Ghost here to 335. And when you get to this point, this guy doesn't have a 3 of coins on. I don't know why. But when you get to this point in the game, that's when Destiny starts getting very stale. Because now, you still have the grind, but you don't get anything of value from that grind. You understand? So, it's a catch-22. Like, you want to get the high light level, but then when you get there, you have nowhere to go. So, you know, pace yourself, guys. Like, it's not a rush. Do you know what this right here means? Do you know what this allows you to do? Everything that a 320 can do. All right, once you get to 320, you do not notice a difference when you're a 320 versus a 335 in a Nightfall or Raid or Challenge of Elders. You do not notice a difference at all. The only time that you might notice a difference in your light level from 320 to 335 is something like Trials or Iron Banner. But in PvP or PvE, your light level really does not matter. All right, the Nightfall and the Challenge of Elders are both 320 activities, light level 320. So if you go in there at like 318, 319, you're going to be fine, unless it's just a pain in the ass Nightfall. As far as the Challenge of the Elders, they're all very low tier enemies, like stuff like Dregs, you know, Acolytes, Goblins, stuff like that. It's stuff that you're going to be able to kill very easily, so you're not going to take a lot of damage from them to begin with. So you do not need to be a level 335 to do a Nightfall or to do a Challenge of Elders. So like me, for example, I actually went in there the other day, and I don't have any with me right now, but I was in Challenge of Elders, and I was using a field test weapon that was light level 200 that dropped my light level down to 318, and I honestly did not notice a difference playing a Challenge of Elders at 318 versus playing at 335. Guys, this is literally just a number. It's not like when I hit 335, I got this, you know, cool 335 Mida multi-tool for free and a free black spindle. No, you don't get anything. The only thing that you get when you hit 335 is the disappointment in knowing that you will not be a 336. You understand? Like, there's nowhere else to go. So all that being said, all things considered, guys, Is it worth it to be 335? And honestly, no, it is not worth it to be 335. Let me rephrase that. It is not worth it to grind your ass off to become 335. If you're a casual player, you're doing it slowly over time, it's taking you like a month and a half, 2 months to get to 335, that is ideal, because a month from now, I'm going to be completely tired of this game and bored out of my mind, and you're going to be like a 331 getting Nightfall rewards that you can actually use, whereas I'm going to be throwing away every 335 that I get because I have no use for it. So keep that in mind, guys. Just pace yourself, take your time. It's not a race. Once you get to about 320, slow down, honestly. At 320, you can do everything in this game with no problems whatsoever, and you don't need to grind and grind and grind to get to 335. Honestly, I regret having all three of these characters max level already. I'm kind of considering deleting my Warlock and starting over and trying to rank him up again already. So keep that in mind, guys. But anyway, that's going to bring this video to an end. Comment down below. Let me know what light level you're at and how long it took you to get there. So anyway, guys, that's going to bring this video to an end. If you enjoyed it, click like. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, I fucking love you. Thank you for watching. Take care, guys.